Hi and welcome back to This Homestead Life. I'm Jenny, and today we are going to show you the new free range system that we have set up for our chickens and our ducks. So today I thought it would be helpful to show you the new setup that we have for our chickens and our ducks. So previously our chickens and ducks have been in tractors, moved to a fresh patch of grass each day. And for the past several months we have just been really wanting to kind of integrate the chickens and ducks together, just to have one big space for them to be able to free range. It would also make it less work on us having to move the tractors each day. So we finally ordered our Premier One electric netting, electric poultry netting, I guess is what you would call it. And I'll link everything that we purchased down in the description below, but this is 200 feet of electric poultry netting. And we have set up a very large space here in part of our field and then also part of our yard. We want them to be kind of close by because we enjoy watching them. And we have their tractors within the netting and they are just loving life. And I'm just going to give you a little tour today of our setup. So probably one of our biggest decisions was trying to figure out how much netting we needed to give the chickens and ducks ample space for free ranging, but then also trying to figure out what brand of netting we wanted and where to purchase it from. All of it felt honestly very confusing for us, and you know, in the end, we decided to go with Premier One. It seems like a lot of homesteaders use this brand of electric netting, and it just overall has the best reviews. So even though it is, you know, a little pricey, we feel like this was a good use of our money. It's a good investment and hopefully is going to last a very long time. The other decision, like I mentioned, was trying to figure out how much netting we actually needed. How much netting was going to provide an ample amount of space for us to install this space for the chickens and ducks and leave everything set up. We're not interested in moving and relocating this space for, you know, at least several months. So how much space do we actually need? And for us, this was very helpful by taking electrical cords, like large outdoor electrical cords that my husband had in his shed, and we kind of mapped out the space using those to figure out how much square footage we really needed, and we decided to go with the 200 feet. And then then lastly, the other decision was figuring out where we wanted to set up this space. So we have a 10.5 acre property. So we obviously have a lot of space, but there were quite a few factors that we considered when choosing the layout of where this netting was going to go. So one of the biggest factors was the hose needed to reach to it. So we only have like one hose setup that's, you know, connected to our house, and you know, we do have several hoses attached to each other, but we definitely needed to make sure we could get water out to the space that we set up for the chickens and ducks. For the chicken water, it's not as big of a deal, like you can just carry that, but for the ducks, I mean, we're filling up multiple buckets of water for them, and their pool and all of that stuff. So the water really needed to reach. The other big factor was making sure they had plenty of shade. So doing the netting around this grouping of trees here in our side yard, this grouping kind of separates like our yard space from our field. We felt like this would provide plenty of shade, and then also will allow us to still feel like the chickens and ducks are part of our yard, because we really enjoy seeing them and our kids enjoy playing with them. So we didn't want them to be too far away from just our daily activities and stuff like that. So this space is going to provide lots of shade for them, and also a kind of a forest floor beneath this grouping of evergreen trees for them to dig and scratch and hunt for bugs and all of that good stuff. From the time that our chickens were old enough to be, you know, out and about, we have just loved having them free range. I love the sight of looking out my window and seeing the chickens free range, and just seeing how happy they are. But to be honest, that that excitement only lasted for a little bit before we started to realize how destructive they can be, especially on a garden and any type of landscaping that you have. They will just completely ruin it. Also, it's super annoying to be stepping in chicken poop all over your yard and your porches and all of that. So keeping them contained is, you know, definitely a must for just the preservation of our garden and landscaping, as well as also just making sure that they're staying protected. We definitely want to make sure that they are well protected, and that's something that complete free ranging, you know, it's just a gamble. So, you know, this electric netting will ensure that we can have the best of both. They will have plenty of space to free range, but also be very well protected. Our ducks have really never had an opportunity to free range yet. They have been in this John Suskovich style tractor that we kind of modified for them. It has an attached duck house and several other modifications. They've been in this since they were little ducklings, so this is going to be a brand new experience for them, and I am so excited for them just to have so much space to just be out and about and forage and all of that. And like I said, it really is going to make this so much easier, just kind of planting these two tractors here next to each other, having minimal work like daily chores as far as getting the chickens and ducks out and free ranging for the day.